Well, tonight's the night, the end of your first full pro season. Real quick, just kind of in retrospective, how would you sum everything up so far?
It was a great season overall. I'll tell you one thing: it's an up and down year for sure. There's some positives, some negatives, but you got to keep an even keel, fight through the lows, and stay even keel on the highs. And I think that's something that I'm really learning, and that I'll always be learning.
Certainly, we're not going to look past tonight's game, but since you mentioned the highs and the lows, you're getting ready to start your first professional playoff series next week, where the highs may be a little bit higher and the lows may feel a little bit lower. So has there been any discussion about approaching a first-round playoff series, especially for a lot of the young guys on this team?
No, there hasn't been too much. I think you just got to live it, experience it, be yourself out there. You've been working for this my whole life for something like this, and you just got to go out there, play my game, and I think if we all do that, it'll definitely be a road trip. But I think overall it could be good things.
When you look at this game tonight, the finale against the San Antonio Rampage, you were able to get some rest last night, but Derek Laxdal mentioned he wants good hockey habits and this team to try and get itself ramped up into playoff mode. So how do you approach a game tonight where you want to be ready to go, you want to be playing at your highest level, but you also want to be healthy and you want to make sure you're ready to go for game one?
Yeah, I don't think you want to worry too much about the healthiness. I mean, that's part of the game. I think you just want to go out there and continue to rise towards the playoffs. I think we have a team has been playing well the past couple of weeks. We've kind of got out of a slump that we had earlier, and now we're starting to play some good hockey. And I think now we just have to continue that and play hard tonight, and let our game move into the playoffs.
You mentioned this team playing itself out of a slump a little bit. Can you pinpoint a couple of things that might have been improved in terms of areas for this team, or was it one of those where you guys just kind of played yourself out of the funk?
A little both. Obviously, we played it out, but I think it was a lot of details. We were kind of lazy at times, letting passes get through seams that we should not be letting, stuff like that. And I think now everybody has more of a responsibility, and everybody knows that responsibility. And I think it's going to be good.
How's the body feel?
Feels really good.
Surprised that your conditioning level is where it's at considering your first full pro season, or do you kind of feel like you were right there along the way?
Definitely it's a long year for sure, but you just got to come to the rink every day with the right attitude and come here to get better, come here to stay in good shape, and I think that all works out well.
A lot of different things can happen, especially for you, whether it's junior hockey or your collegiate career, and now here you're in your first pro season, but what kind of level of fun are you having right now in your first year?
Oh, I'm having a blast. I love coming to the rink now. It's a lot of fun, and I'm excited to come to the rink after playoff games, before playoff games, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
As a youngster after your first season, are you surprised maybe just the number of details you've learned over the course of the year, or maybe where your game has gone and just the different level of play at the AHL level?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that actually a lot recently. There's stuff that I've learned that I haven't even realized I've learned, just because I'm trying to soak everything in. All aspects of the game out there, you try to take things in. You try to soak it in like a sponge and take everything you can. And obviously, you're still going to make mistakes, but you just try to minimize those and play a good hockey game.